Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am here with a wax haul. This one is from Pumpkin Parcel Scents. So this is my go-to Australian vendor, and this is quite an exciting one. This is from something that she does, well, this is the second time that she's done it. So it's not like something that happens a huge amount of times, but probably second time in like a year, maybe? I can't remember when the last one was. Anyway, she basically will pick a US fragrance supplier, like a fragrance oil supplier, and lets us, the customers, go nuts basically. We go and we look and we find the scents that we like the look of. And then we place like a custom style order with her where we, pay for our clams and we just tell her what scents we wanted to get. She places a big order, gets all of the oils forwarded over, and then pours the wax and we get the wax. So it's quite exciting because I mean obviously if you watch my channel, I'm in Australia, but I buy mostly US wax, and it's honestly, I just feel like the fragrance oil selection in the US is just complete. Like in Australia, what gets offered at the vendors, and I've had a look myself at most of the suppliers, it's really not comparable in a lot of categories. I think there are some categories that Australia is quite strong in, particularly in like fruity and floral kind of beachy tones. I think there's actually possibly a bit more variety in some of those things in Australia. I guess that's the kind of scent that does well here. But if you're talking about bakeries, and just certain oils that I really enjoy from the US that you just can't get in Australia. So I really enjoy it when she does this style of order, because it means that I can get some of these scents that I really like closer to home, and cheaper. It is much cheaper. And I can also introduce other Australian waxies to some of the scents I really love, because she tends to do overpours, puts them on the website. If so April, who runs the company, if she likes them or if other people like them, then it could become a scent. There's been a few US oils that have become scents that she continues to get in because they're popular. So yeah, so I did order quite a few, so I should probably get stuck straight into it. I haven't looked inside it yet, but there is this little bag here which I think has the samples. I don't have the scent notes for any of these because she doesn't print them on the label, and I don't have the website open. So I'm just checking. So my invoice, yep, so it's just got the list of everything that I ordered, and then there's a couple of samples. So the samples that I have are gingham. So this would be that Bath and Body Works type, which I find is okay. I'm not like crazy about gingham, but it's not a bad scent for a summer day. I can't remember what the notes are. She does do these very cute little pumpkins. Yeah, it's pretty. It's got quite a, to me it's kind of clean and fresh, but there's a real sugary kind of tone to it. But it's kind of like a nice juicy, like maybe like a clementine, but or like mandarin, but like, maybe dipped in sugar or something. So it's not bad, but I'm not crazy about it. The other one is a blend of a couple of her house blends, I'd say. So Oscar Martinez and Trick or Treat. Oscar Martinez is, I do have it. I haven't melted it yet. It's got that orange and chili pepper oil. I can't remember what Trick or Treat is though, and I can't remember what the rest of Oscar Martinez is. It's good. This is a good combo though. I almost feel like, I'd have to smell Oscar Martinez to compare, but I almost feel like I like this one better. It's got that warm kind of spicy citrus thing, but then there's something else. It almost smells like an orange juice concentrate kind of thing, but maybe with like almost like bergamot or kind of herbal floral just lurking in the background. I don't know, it's really nice. I really like that. Very, obviously I don't know the notes, so I can't say I'm surprised, but yeah, I don't know, I had no expectations on that one. That smells really good. All right, so now these ones, I did find that these ones were really hard to pop out of the clams. I did try to pop some of them out and some of them cracked and stuff like that. So yeah, just bear with me if I have to sort of baby them a little bit, because yeah, they were all poured, like they're all perfectly like smooth and stuff, but when I went to push them out, some of them cracked. That is the way of soy wax sometimes. All right, so where am I going to start? I'll start with this one. So yeah, there's a few here that are oils that just bear with me, I'm gonna clean my glasses. Okay, they're still not perfect, but they're better. They were actually driving me insane. So yeah, some of them, the oils, I ordered a few oils that looked familiar to me, like scents that I've had from US vendors. Obviously, I'm never certain if it's the same oil, and there have been a few times where, you know, a couple of scents last time that had the same name, but then the oil came in and it smelled completely different. So, but hopefully some of these are the same scent that I like, you know, from the US. Others, there's a few others that aren't directly familiar to me, but I wanted to try them anyway. So the first one that I got was Rainforest Sugarcane. So this is a favorite oil of mine, from L3 Waxy Wonders in particular. I find, probably uses it the most. I know some other vendors have used it, but I think I've encountered it the most and melted it the most from L3. So it's a pretty kind of, the lighting in here is not very good. When I film at night, it gets kind of over glary, but anyway, it's like a lime green, a light lime green color, like pastel lime. Yeah, this is Rainforest Sugarcane. This is the scent that I know and love. I'll show you. It's got like a, no, you're not going to be able to see that. The light's terrible. It's like a gorgeous, sweet, fresh green scent. Like juicy, and kind of reminds me of like a cactus-like scent, but oh, it's so good. I do prefer it in blends to on its own. I don't think I've actually had it on its own before, and I definitely can see how, like, there's one blend I have, one of my customs, which has Rainforest Sugarcane, something else, but also Patchouli Rain, and I think the Patchouli Rain is a really good, like, mixing this with earthy patchoulis and just, you know, amber or things like that to kind of balance out the sweetness in it, I think a really good idea. But still, this is a great oil, and I'm really glad to have it. Orange Chiffon Cake. So this is one I've had from, I think, L3 and K, and I've blended with it from K, and I quite enjoyed it. So, oh, I got this one out all in one piece. Maybe. No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. It's kind of, yeah, it's, I like to pop things out of the clam because I get a better sense of the smell, but yeah, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to do. So I got a piece. This smells like hot orange Danish, like really similar. So I've not smelled this scent before on its own. I have obviously smelled it in blends, but it smells really, really close to, if not almost identical to, hot orange Danish. That's really interesting. It's got that really kind of creamy citrus bakery thing going on. I don't know if this is the same as the orange chiffon cake at K. I feel like, I don't know, because I did that one, I've had that one blended with like mango sorbet and stuff, and yeah, it didn't smell that much like hot orange Danish, but anyway, it's really nice. But yeah, it smells just like hot orange Danish. Apricot crushed mint. So I haven't tried this one, but I know this oil at least is offered by K by name, so I recognize the name, but obviously again it could be different. I might just, yeah, this one's quite strong, so I can smell it in the clam. It is very pretty. It's floral, fruity, fresh. It's definitely got floral tones to it, but I feel like the mint really brightens it and freshens it up. That's really, really nice. It'll be a really nice one for the warmer months. Black cedarwood and juniper, so that's the Jo Malone type. I do love this one. It's in one of my favorite blends from Super Tarts with her rain oil. Yeah, and this is exactly it. I do prefer it with the rain, like Super Tarte's Moody. I don't know if she renamed it, but it was Moody. It's one of my all-time favorite scents. And just black cedarwood and juniper is just so good. Like it's woody, but it's pretty at the same time. So yeah, love, love, love that. Really happy with that one. And really, that one smells really strong as well. So I got strawberry pound cake. So obviously I've tried strawberry pound cake from a few vendors now. Some have been good, some haven't been so good. So I was really keen to try the strawberry pound cake just to see, you know, if this particular oil company had a really good one, then, you know, hopefully I could convince April to keep getting it, because I do love a good strawberry pound cake. I'm just very picky about my strawberry pound cakes. I'll just pop that one cube. So this one, it doesn't smell like any strawberry pound cake I've tried. I kind of like the scent, but to me it's not a strawberry pound cake. This actually smells like strawberry jelly, like jello, I suppose. Like jelly crystals. But maybe like almost like a creamy, like a strawberry jelly custard kind of thing. I kind of like it for like a strawberry candy scent that's a bit different. But it's not strawberry pound cake. But still, I don't mind it. But yeah, it's not strawberry pound cake. I have Blackberry Pie. So this one, I don't know off the top of my head any vendors that are offering like a Blackberry Pie scent. I just I just like blackberry bakery scents, and I would try it. I will say this one does smell quite light. That was one thing I was conscious of, because I knew from looking at this this fragrance oil place, the list, that definitely it was somewhere that some of the US vendors order from. Like I knew just looking at the oils and stuff that someone somewhere had to be sourcing from there. And you always have to wonder if there's certain oils that you just don't pick or recognize in anyone's blends. Like there's probably a reason for that. And I feel like with this one it could be because I just think it's quite light. It smells nice. Sorry if you heard my tummy rumble there. Like it's a nice blackberry, but I honestly can't smell anything bakery. And the blackberry is quite light. So I don't know how well that's going to do. I have a feeling it's probably just a weak scent. But anyway, which is a shame. It's a nice smelling scent. But anyway. Vanilla pine cones. Okay, I don't think I need to pop this one out either. It's quite strong. This is interesting. I'm not sure. This one, I'm not sure what I was expecting with it. Yeah, it's... I say I don't need to pop it out, and then I pop it out. When I was smelling, because I did smell this one before, and it was more kind of like a spicy pine cone. I'm definitely getting more of vanilla now, but there's definitely quite a spice to it, particularly compared to other like pine cone, roasted pine cone scents I've had. Like I can smell pine cone and vanilla and spice. It's not bad. It's not my favorite pine cone scent, and I do love a good pine cone scent, but it's not a bad one. Okay. Comfort Zone. So Comfort Zone is, I can't remember the notes, but I've had it before from God, I can't remember. I did have it in a blend from Salt Mountain Melts. And I had it from somewhere. Oh, I've dropped some. And I had it from somewhere else, but I can't remember where this somewhere else was. I think I had it from Rainbow Melts, maybe? Yeah, I think that's where I first smelled it. And it's kind of like a fresh... Yeah, to me it's like... I feel like it's got patchouli notes or something like that. Oh, me trying to put these bits of wax back. And I just did them in the wrong places. Or not. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway. Yeah, this one I feel like I smell laundry, but then like earthy patchouliness. And like a nice kind of herbal tinge as well. So I quite like this one. And I thought, because I don't think I've seen it much in the US from vendors, I thought it would be a good one to get through this pre-order. And yeah, I do still really like it. I mean, I'm not normally like a huge laundry kind of person, but this one I feel like the earthiness just makes it really different and really nice. So it's a good one. And it's quite strong. And I remember when I melted it was quite strong. A lemon cookie bar. So this is just lemon cookie bar. I don't know I wasn't aiming for anything off the top of my head. I just really like a good lemon bakery. And the notes on this one sounded really good. So pop out. I'm like determined to get at least, did it. I was determined to get at least one of the clamshells out intact. And this is the one. It's a really good lemon bakery. It's very strong. I like that this one you can really smell like that bar element of it, like the base. So you can see the picture there. You know, if you picture a lemon bar like that. And it's not like that lemon curd scent either, which is good. Like it is a strong sweet lemon, but it's not lemon curd. But you can really smell just that dense kind of biscuity base with the lemon. So yeah, I really like that. That's really good. My Mama's Blueberry Cobbler. So I've had a few different blueberry cobbler scents from US vendors. But I don't know. Maybe I have had this scent and I just didn't know about it. Like, I've never seen anyone name it that. But that doesn't, they're not necessarily going to, right? If they probably just call it Blueberry Cobbler. I don't know if I've smelt this Blueberry Cobbler, to be honest. It smells quite different. Not necessarily in a bad way. My first instinct to say was that it almost smells like aniseed, but it kind of doesn't. Because I don't actually like the smell of aniseed, and I actually kind of like this. But it's really deep, and it's almost like it's like a fortified blueberry like wine or something. Like the blueberries in it are just so rich, and yeah, it kind of smells fortified. That's interesting. And there is a bakery tone to it as well, so it's quite interesting. I haven't smelt anything like that. It's not like screaming out like best ever blueberry bakery to me, but it smells interesting, so I'm looking forward to melting it. Buttercream sugar cookies. Let's see what I can do with this one. I'm like kind of like mildly. This one I can already smell. This is very strong, which is kind of unusual for a cookie scent. Oh, it's coming out. Maybe the bakery scents are easy to pop out. This is really strong and really good. I think it's like a Scentsy type, maybe. It's very almost cake-like, more cake-like than a cookie. The buttercream I feel like is really dense. And then there's a really strong, I think it is like a very strong, more like a sugar cookie dough than a sugar cookie, but it's better than most sugar cookie doughs. So I actually really like that one. Surprised. I popped it out so perfectly and then I cracked it putting it back. Yeah, I'm really surprised by that one actually. I really enjoy that. Pumpkin Peanut Brittle. So this one, I've had it from L3 and I enjoyed it. Surprisingly, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. So I wanted to give it more of a go, basically. This smells good. It does smell a little bit on the light side, but I found the same with the L3 oil, that it is a little bit light on cold. On warm, it warms up nicely. But I feel like I can smell a little bit more of that salty peanut in this, but not like, it's not overly strong. That smells good. I'm hoping it throws well, because yeah, it's hard to tell based on cold, but it smells really good. Alright, tobacco pipe. I don't know, the notes for this one just smelled. Sounded good, so I thought I would give it a go. Okay. This smells really familiar. It doesn't smell like a tobacco pipe though. This one smells like chai. Yep, this smells like a chai tea. Huh. Maybe with a bit more of a slightly, I don't want to say fresh, but chai teas kind of have a vanilla-y note, and this kind of has more of a maybe almost earthy note, but it definitely smells like chai. Very much like chai. So that's strange. I was not expecting that from that oil. So yeah, not a huge fan of that one because I don't love chai. Vanilla, cake butter fudge. So I went to say vanilla butter fudge, but it's definitely not vanilla butter fudge. It's cake butter fudge. This one I did make an absolute mess of trying to open up earlier. So I think I have encountered cake butter fudge from US vendors. It's definitely different to vanilla butter fudge. I love vanilla butter fudge. Cake butter fudge, look, at smelling it here, it's not bad, and I think it is a decent bakery blender, but it's not something that I'd need to melt solo, you know. It's got a bit of a plasticky vanilla tone to it. Like an artificial vanilla. It's, you know, again, I think I have had blends I've enjoyed it in, so I think I will enjoy blending it. But yeah, I don't think it's something I'll melt solo. I just, again, because sometimes with those, with some of the oils, you know, the vendors just don't pour them solo because they're not really good solo. So sometimes I just want to try them out and see and blend for myself. So, I mean, I know L3 often does, you can get like the trig tarts in just about anything, but, yeah, like some oils I'm curious, you know, so now I know what that one smells like. Pomegranate Noir. So I've been big on pomegranate scents lately. So, ooh, popped out perfect. This is really nice. I will say it's probably not my favorite of the pomegranate scents I've been into lately. I've been into pomegranate scents that lean more tart. I was going to say bitter or sour. Pomegranate bitters is really good. But definitely ones that kind of lean more into that tart territory. This is more sweet and perfume-like, but it's still very good. Yeah, there's a really nice depth to it, but it is quite sweet. So I like it. It's definitely not like my favorite pomegranate scent, but yeah, anyway. This one I mangled it a little bit. So this is roasted coffee. And I did have a smell of this one before. This was one I was really excited for because my favorite coffee oil from L3 is roasted coffee. So I was really hoping that this was the same oil. Particularly because I'm pretty sure that L3 must get some oils from this cup. Just from looking at the descriptions and stuff. Like, I mean, obviously I don't know for sure, but it just felt like there was some scents from L3 that I definitely saw on the list at this place here. I was really, this scent though was really probably my biggest bummer of the whole order, because this, not only is it nothing like the roasted coffee that I know and love, but it's actually not a good scent. Like, it's light for a start. It smells like either like a coffee cake with just the lightest bit of coffee to it, or like coffee that's been poured through a gazillion filters and it's barely there. Oh, I don't know, but it's light, and it's just like there's a hint of coffee there, but it's not like a hint like it's just been, you know, like a touch, like a bakery with a nice touch of coffee or something. It's like the coffee has been filtered to within an inch of its life. It's just, I'm really sad about that one because I love L3's roasted coffee so much. And if I was able to get roasted coffee from Pumpkin Parcel cheaper, I mean, when I say doing this cheaper, right, it's because, you know, I'm obviously I would love to be buying some of these scents in big quantities from the US vendors, right? The vendors I discover them at. I would love to be doing that, but it's expensive. Like, when you factor in our dollar and how that converts, and then the shipping, the forwarding fees. So once I forward it, and all of that's gone up because everything costs more. It's just, yeah, I still will purchase from my US vendors. I still really enjoy doing that, but I do need to reduce that side of the hobby. So if I can get some of those scents that I love poured in Australia, then I'm going to do it. Like, yeah. So, yeah, so if I, like, and yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. But I just, you know, it's not about me wanting to kind of like take things from the US vendors and bring them over to Australia or whatever, just to, you know, I'd love to be still purchasing that stuff from the US vendors, and I probably still will be most of the time. But just, so I'll give an example. Pumpkin Parcel has crackling birch, and it is the exact same perfect crackling birch that the US vendors use. And because I love that scent, I have a giant scoop of it and I blend with it. And I still do buy blends with crackling birch from the US because I love the creativity that some of the vendors over there do with it. So I'm still spending money at those vendors buying crackling birch things. But just for straight up crackling birch for my own purposes, it's just so much more economical and better for me to have a big scoop poured by Pumpkin Parcel here locally. So that's the kind of example of the sorts of things I like to do. Right, okay, so Pumpkin Parcel, that's the vendor. Beechwood. So in the last US oil thing that she did, the company, it was a different fragrance company, and they had Beechwood Vetiver on their list. And that was probably my big disappointment of the last pre-order, because it was nothing like the Beechwood Vetiver scent that I love. But undeterred, I looked at the notes of this one, and it seemed to match pretty closely to the notes of the beechwoody type scents that other vendors do that I love. So I went, I'm going in because when I get that beechwood scent, I love it. And this is it. This is the beechwood scent that I love. This is the one that Super Tarts uses, or close enough to it. It might not be exactly the same. L3, I think K is the same. Yeah, I don't know why this other company that had a beechwood vetiver oil that was just so incredibly different and just weird. But Teddy Bees uses this, or very similar to this as well. So if you've had that beechwood or beechwood vetiver scent, this is it. It's so good. It's really hard to describe. It's got like seaweed and night blooming jasmine and driftwood and some other stuff in it. But it's just a really unique beachy scent, and I love it. And it smells really strong too. So very happy with that. The famous cupcakes at Tiffany's, and the website that we did this order with, the description said that they have the original and the best cupcakes at Tiffany's. Everyone else is an imposter, yada, yada, yada. So I don't know much about the history of the cupcakes at Tiffany's oil, or who produces it, or when, or why, but this company says they have the original and the best. So I was like, well, I have to buy it. I'm actually not a huge fan of cupcakes at Tiffany's on its own, but I do like it in blends. So I figured I would get it. Because, sorry, I had a really itchy nose then. I figured that it would be, I'd love for April to smell it, and for, you know, potentially other people to be able to try it, because I know how popular cupcakes at Tiffany's is. But also just for my own blending purposes, because I still haven't quite cracked what ratios and how I like cupcakes at Tiffany's, because sometimes I get blends with it and I really enjoy it, but sometimes I don't. So I figured my own clam, I can play around with it and see. And yeah, it does smell just like cupcakes at Tiffany's. I mostly get like, to me it's like a cake, right? But with like a toffee plate on top, like a, you know, like if you made a decorative plate out of toffee with the writing and stuff and you put that on it or kind of crushed it up all over the cake. It kind of smells like that. So maybe a cake with slight chocolate icing and like a big toffee thing on top of it. So, yeah, so I will blend with that and it smells good, it smells strong, it smells like the proper thing. So, yeah, no complaints from that perspective. Absolutely fabulous cake. So I can't remember, they had, this particular website had, ooh, I love it when they pop out clean. This particular site had a lot of bakery, like cakey oils, and I'm not the biggest fan of cake oils. But I figured I would at least try one or two. And this one, so after having a look through at the scent notes of a few different ones, this was the one that kind of caught my eye as potentially being the most interesting one. It's not bad. It smells like a Jaffa cake. At first I was going to say it smells like a chocolate cake, but then I was like, no, there's a zingy citrus in there. Which I don't remember seeing on the notes, by the way. This smells just like Jaffa cake. Seriously. So I don't mind it. I don't think that's what it was meant to smell like, but it smells like Jaffa cake. Blueberry cheesecake ice cream. So I don't know. I was tossing around with the blueberry scents because they had a few that looked familiar and a few that didn't. And I ended up going with the ones that don't look that familiar. So my mama's blueberry cobbler and this blueberry cheesecake ice cream. Just because I thought, I don't know, I just wanted to try different blueberries. This one smells very strong. It does smell like it could be a blueberry cheesecake ice cream, but incredibly dense on the blueberry. And the blueberry's quite tart as well. It smells more, it smells quite authentically blueberry. It's really interesting because I find with vendor wax and with blueberry that it never smells authentic. It's always way too sweet. Because blueberries to me all have, and it could be like a country difference as well. Maybe the blueberries in Australia are more tart than the blueberries in America. It happens. Because, yeah, blueberry fragrances to me always smell really sweet. But to me, they should have a tartness to them to smell like blueberry. And this has it, like it is sweet. But I feel like the sweetness is all coming from like the cheesecake and the ice cream kind of scent. Not that I can smell cheesecake. It is more like that when you have a cheesecake ice cream and it's just kind of got that cream cheesiness, but it is an ice cream. So that's interesting. I think I do like it. Yeah, it's intriguing me. Rainy Day. Sorry, and I've just realised I'm like, maybe my camera's moved. Hang on. Sorry, I just realised it was like cutting my head off and still kind of is, but oh well. Anyway, Rainy Day. I like that picture. Okay. I mean, I love me a good rain scent. Some can be very floral. This one I can smell already. It's quite stronger. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think I've smelled something very similar to this before. I actually think Pumpkin Parcel maybe has something very similar to this. She has a few different rain oils. And I don't mind them, but they do have a very kind of tropical floral thing. Like, they definitely smell like rain, but like rain on tropical, yeah. Rain that's activated these, I don't know if it's like tiger lilies or something, but you know, real hothouse kind of humid flowers. So I don't mind, I like it, but I do prefer my rainy scents to be less floral than that. Jelly glazed donuts. So I'm always out for trying new jelly glazed donut scents, because when I find ones that I really love them. But I find it, I'm really picky about them. They all smell good, but I find that there's quite a few that just get completely lost in blends. They don't throw, they just don't do anything. Or they just don't smell like jelly, or they just don't smell like donut. So yeah, got that one out in one piece as well. I think this one does smell good. It's kind of hard to say though, 100%. There's a bit of an odd tone to it, but I feel like that could kind of wear off. I feel like this is similar to Southbound's Jelly Donut. She might blend something else in there, maybe a more of a jam, but I feel like I remember the tone from that. Yeah, I feel like that could go either way with melting. I feel like that could melt into something really delicious, or that tone that I'm picking up could just like explode and then be no good. So we'll find out. Last one, lemon marshmallow whip. So I was just curious. I don't know. You know, I find in vendor wax the lemons used in lemon bakery type scents. I feel like there's not a huge amount of variation, or I think there is, but so much of it's just like lemon curd. That, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I want to try more lemon, like bakery leaning lemons, because I don't know, vendors could be using them and I'm just not noticing, but I just feel like similar lemon oils get used by certain vendors a lot. This one is, I mean, it's kind of similar to a lemon curd, but it's not exactly the same. It's definitely not as sharp. The marshmallow kind of smooths it out a bit. Yeah, I think I was kind of hoping for like a lemon meringue kind of thing. It's not quite there, but it's not bad. It's a nice sweet lemon. I think it would blend well. I don't know if it's one I'd melt solid, but I think it will blend well. Okay, that is it. That is everything I got. So quite a few clams. Really happy. Love doing these orders. It's a lot of fun. I love going through the suppliers page and like, you know, picking out the oils, because there's so much to choose from. Like literally just going through all of the oils, all of the scent notes. You know, when I spot things that look like they could be scents I'm familiar with, I get all excited. Like, it's just a lot of fun. So definitely recommend, if you're in Australia and you're not in there, join the Pumpkin Parcel VIP group on Facebook, because that's where she tends to, not that we do these super frequently, but when she does run them, that's where she does it. So I definitely recommend, if you're not in that group, joining it, because yeah, she's a great wax vendor and has great product, and yeah, we get to do fun things like this every now and then. So I'm going to leave it there, because I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. I'm just tired. It is late. So yeah, I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.